Hey guys, what's up? It's Lodash here, and today I am playing The First Tree. So, this isn't actually the first Fox game I tried recording. There was, The Spirit of the North that I tried recording, but then the recording software crashed as I was halfway through the game, and I ended up just playing it solo and not uploading it. So, I'm... my throat. Okay, so I was gonna do Nostos for Monday, well today, but I had graduation and then I had a celebration afterwards the next day, which would be Sunday. I had the celebration after Saturday's graduation. Well, I recorded Nostos and I was about to beat the final mission, and I found a new glitch where I couldn't rotate. I loaded back in the world, and as I did that, a little bit later after I got my stuff, the totem got destroyed, so I would have to restart, and I have an hour until I upload. So I'm probably gonna do only up to half an hour. Well, up to 23 minutes of this game. And then I'm gonna call that good.
Are you awake? I thought I heard you get up.
Yeah, I'm awake. Sorry, I just can't sleep.
Are you thinking about him?
Yeah, a bit. You should get back to sleep, my love. I'm fine.
No, it's okay. What else is on your mind?
I don't know, it seems weird, but I had one of the most vivid dreams of my life. I saw a fox on a snowy mountain, just looking confused and worried. Those eyes. I can't get those eyes out of my head. She was running in the windy snow, looking for something.
Do you think it has to do with you and what's been going on?
I don't know. It was just a dream, Rachel. They're not meant to make sense. A lot's happened the past couple days, that's all.
Well, if you're not going to sleep anyway, you should tell me. I want to hear.
All right.
By the way, this game was actually suggested to me to play by my friend Siren. It was suggested like April 19th, but then I was holding up on doing it for a little bit while I was finishing up other stuff. Okay, so sprinting is actually a toggle in this game. There are 14 achievements to this game, and so I don't know how long of a game this actually is. Oh.
So, not far from her home, she followed that path to something unexpected.
Is that okay? I guess I keep going. Oh.
She couldn't stay, though. She had to find her other two children. So she took that path. She followed it towards something ancient. Something with answers.
The first tree.
The fox looked high and low, searching for any sign of her cubs. Points of light showed the way to this ancient tree. It was as if each one had a story to tell, all their own. The land was trying to tell my story, too. I felt like I was right behind her the whole time.
I don't know what all the controls are. It showed me them and then... Oh. Okay. The music just stops. It showed me them at the start, as y'all probably saw, but I only know WASD, E, and left click, and then scroll wheel. I don't know what this is over here. And then I'll head over to that rocket slide.
As a kid, did you ever do show and tell in your class?
Yeah, I think I only did it once, when I was in the 4th grade. You know how my life was around then. I wanted to show my class what helped pass the time and distracted me, so I brought a dozen paper cranes I had made. I think I told everyone how badly I wanted to be a bird and fly, embarrassingly enough.
Don't be embarrassed. Every kid wants to fly. For me, it was another toy from my dad, a wooden boat. I remember guarding it so carefully in my hands as I walked into class. When I sat down, a group of boys immediately made fun of it. They asked which trash can I found it in, or why an ugly log was my favorite toy. When I got up, I didn't even want to tell them my dad had carved it. I said it was a joke gift my friends had given me.
Kids can be so cruel.
Some of them are. I shouldn't have let them get to me, but it did. It's amazing we bounced back at all.
So there's an achievement for 150 stars that I need to
Do you
get.
remember what my dad did for a living?
Wasn't he like a lumberjack?
That's one way of putting it. If wood was a canvas, then a carving knife was his paintbrush. Even after working a 50-hour week, even after his hands were more splinters than skin, he would bring home the nicest piece of Alaskan weeping cedar and make me toys. That wooden train was the first toy I can remember, and I loved it. I just knew from a young age I was going to be a lumberjack, like my father.
Oh, no, I fell. So I'm hoping to get close to 75, but I don't know if I'm going to. I don't know a good way to go through this either, like unlock everything, make sure I don't miss anything, but we'll find out.
Usually those kids would leave me alone, but somehow they could tell I was different. They made fun of how far away I lived. They called my dad a sourdough. I was a blabbermouth as a kid, telling my dad stories I made up for hours. But after that show and tell, didn't tell him much anymore. He didn't know exactly what was wrong, but his best guess was that the toys he carved weren't cool enough. He carved me a tank and tried to tell me what it was like to be in a real tank as a serviceman.
I didn't know your dad was in the military.
Yeah, in the army. The sad thing is that I'd pretty much forgotten until just now. There's so much I still don't know about him.
I'm sorry. He knows how much you love him. You're going to see him again soon and have some closure, I'm sure.
Okay, no fall damage. That could have been bad. It's a big school bus.
The older I got, the more I withdrew. I asked myself, why talk to anybody anyway? Why bother when I'm happy by myself? I started drawing a lot, mostly animals I saw in the woods by my home. I then imagined designing my own hideouts with things like TVs and pantries full of chips and cookies. I think that idea of leaving home and drawing blueprints started my career. I found a lot of solace in that.
I'm not surprised, but I did the same thing, you know? There's something special about having a place to call your own.
And now look at us. Well, if you count renting in an overpriced city.
It's as close as we can get for now.
Bunny. Why is that so big? Well, it said I caught one, but... I don't know if I actually caught it or not. It's so fast. Oh, I learned how to run faster if you do W and A. Oh, I don't think you actually catch them. Yeah. That looks like progression if I went that way. Actually, it looks like the end of this area, so. Maybe let's finish this area and then go on. 'Cause I knew there was these stars, but is that it? I dug that up already. And I'm not seeing any other stars, so. end it here, I guess, like once I did this up.
My teenage years were full of sketching, angst, and trouble. I wasn't popular or unpopular. Maybe just forgettable. I guess that gave me a sense of freedom. So I hung out with crazy kids, doing crazy things, even though I mostly just watched the chaos ensue. We did it all. Put fireworks in mailboxes, hide roadkill in people's garages, break windows of the barber shop in Anchorage. My dad was furious, but he was so busy working he couldn't do much to stop me from going out.
I think being an adult means there's no one to stop you making hard decisions. He had to make a living, and he couldn't be in two places at once.
Yeah, I realize that now. But at the time, I was sure he was more interested in growing his business than what was going on with me.
Actually, I think this area, like, get up to that hill might be better. I don't know, I like this game. And it's hard to know if it's gonna be a good, oh, I'm in a bush. Hard to know if it's gonna be a good stopping point or not. I feel like that actually happens a lot with people, is they never know if it's a good stopping
We were
point.
working another late night, and my friends were over, saying how bored they were and how they had come all the way out to my house for nothing. One of them mentioned how that old, ugly beyond belief truck was still in the garage, and how we should take it for a spin. I was only 15, so I kind of fought it for a while. The next thing I knew, we were careening around the mountain path, rocks spitting onto the sides of the cliff, while my dad's cringeworthy bluegrass blared out the speakers. I drove while my friends were in the back of that yellow and purple truck, throwing beer bottles and trash at anything remotely interesting. Felt like I was soaring in the air with borrowed wings.
Oh.
But all good things have endings. A cop outside of Eagle River pulled us over after he saw us send a bottle rocket into someone's yard. What followed was a long night of talking to disappointed adults and feeling smaller than ever.
So this gives you a higher jump. Yeah, that's cool. Use the butterflies to get one extra high jump. It's not an extra jump, but it's a higher jump. Yeah. Okay. So, oh, if I can get up this, that is gonna be it for this first episode of The First Tree. It's a nice little Fallout game with a story going on in the background. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace.